G'day guys and gals, H here. Welcome back to part 3. In this video I'm going to go through God stats, a few PvP tactics, and how to get mutations and what the deal is mutations. Now, start off with the God stats. Now, to get those sorts of stats, you're going to have to crossbreed all the stats from the different dinos, as I explained in the previous videos. Now, what you want to do is set yourself marks to get to. Each point in a specific stat, being health, stam, weight, oxygen, whatever, they allocate levels. So for every single level you have in a dino, there's a stat point that's gone somewhere. Now what you want is a breakdown of those stats in the areas you want them. So for health, if it's got 40 health in a level 150 Rex, you're going to have 40 points in health. I'd say around the 10,000 to 10,500 health mark, and it's relative to the actual dino that you're talking about. Every dino is different, but that gives you a basis to start off with. So at 40 points, it's good. At 45-50 points, you're starting to talk very, very good. At 55 to 60 points, we're talking in the excellent range. You're right up there. Boss Rex sort of stats. In the 60 to 70 range, they're the God stats. They're the stuff that should be your eventual goal with all your breeding and your mutations. So when you're taming dinos, you go out, you go and get this one with that stat, that one with that stat, and you try and get that 45, 50, 60 if you can, or even better. You crossbreed those stats and you get one dino with all the stats. When you've got that dino with all the stats on it, male and a female, make sure that they've got no mutations. Mutations stick aside. So you get those dinos that have all those stats on them, and anything you breed then will be guaranteed those stats. And its overall level and its overall stats are going to be better than anything you can find in the wild. So it's already up there. It's already approaching that God sort of tier. When you're looking at the stats overall, it's got God level stats right off the bat. But they're mixed. Now you can concentrate on individual stats. The first thing I'm going to talk about with the PvP tactics is level. Now, perception is everything. As you can see in front of me now, I'm just hatched and I'm naming a level 430. Well, that 430 is the baby of the level 506 RGs that have all the stats. What I went and did was I tamed a really low level piece of garbage that had 150 oxygen. RGs don't need oxygen. So I took the oxygen out of the equation, I bred that 150 oxygen in with all the other stats, and I dropped the level of the dinos by 76 levels. That gives me two things. One, it gives me a lower level dino, perception of weakness when I'm strong. If you're a mega tribe, you want high level dinos. If you're not a mega tribe, you don't want them. You want the alphas of the server. You want the people that are out there to look at you and go, oh, look, he's only got 200 level dinos, or he's only got 150s, or whatever. He's no threat. I won't wipe him. I won't raid him. He's not going to have anything fantastic. Give them perception of that you're just another beach bob. If you've got to go through a ton of turrets and a ton of defenses just to raid a beach bob, look, it's not worth the effort, and they're going to leave you alone. I've survived on PvP on official doing this time and time again. I'd have boss Rexes that could handle anything that I threw at them, boss fight wise and so on, that were equivalent stat wise to level 350 and so on, but their actual level was only in the low 200s because I took out most of their food and I took out most of their oxygen. You also get rid of those wasted levels when you do this. So the first thing is perception. The second thing is every single level, especially on official, matters dramatically. Not because I want to appear strong or I'm big and tough and I have this huge dino that's this level and so on. Level don't mean jack in that regard. What I'm talking about is every single level you have free and available before level 450 odd, where the level cap is, means you can put another mutation into it. It means your stats at max level are going to be 60, 70, 100 times extra on a particular stat or a variety of than anybody you're up against. So if you're fighting a Giga that has max level and he's got all these stats in it and he hasn't bred it right, yours is going to be more OP, more powerful than his every single time. And whether it's Gigas or Argies or Rexes or whatever it is, that's one of the keys. So you allow yourself those extra levels so you can make your dinos tougher than everybody else. Now, it takes effort, it takes time, especially on official. It takes a long time on official, and you're going to need a large amount of breeding stock. What you want to do is breed all of those dinos and get a balance going, and that leads us into mutations. As you can see at the moment, I'm hatching all these babies, and I don't even need to claim them. I know, just for looking at their level, they don't have the mutations I want. I can just jump on the Rex, kill them, get the meat off them, get the experience for the Rex, and I don't have to waste my time. This is all about saving time and breeding really efficiently. So by having all the babies born from parents of the same level, I can look at the level, and the second the level adds 2 points to it, I know that that baby is one I want to claim. The parent was 434. The base clean ones are 430. The parent has 2 mutations in it, so the next mutation is going to be 436. Alright, so unless it's 436, like this one is right here and now, I don't want to even bother with it. Sure, the other ones might have a mutation here or there, but that means I've got to crossbreed stats and that again. Just breed in bulk and make things really simple for yourself. So that 436, I know it's got a mutation that I don't have. Every single mutation adds 2 levels. So you get 2 points in a particular stat. If you get a lucky rare mutation, it'll add 4 levels. You know, a rare mutation being 2 mutations at once. Every single mutation adds a stat and adds a color. The color, sometimes you can't see it because it's in a zone that, you know, isn't showable on that dino, but every single mutation has a color and a stat. Now, as far as the stats are concerned, sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. The times you can't, it's gone into movement speed. Alright, so if you make things simple and you're breeding all the same level dinos, so all the base dinos for this, in this case, are all 430, and the one with the 2 mutations was 434, I know that if I get a 436, I've got an extra mutation. Anything else? No. So I could just kill them or keep them to use them, or kill them with impunity and not have to worry about it. The stats I'm looking for, you can have a look at the parentage. If you name them the way I name them, all you have to look at is at the ancestry line. You can instantly tell where those stats are. Or go back to the dino that's the parent, like I am now, and see where that stat difference is. If you haven't named them specifically enough, you can go back and check. For this one, it was an extra stand mutation. So now this one has a mutation in health and it has 2 mutations in stamina. So I want to name it accordingly, so when I have the next babies and I get a 438, then I know that it's already got 1 mutation in health, 2 mutations in stand, and I know what the baseline stats are because I've been breeding them, and I can instantly go, right, well that's got a mutation in melee or weight or oxygen. If it's something I don't want, like oxygen or food or movement speed, unless I'm severely attached to the colour, I can just go, right, well, I don't care about that, and I can kill it. If it's a stat that I actually want, in this case, stam, weight, health, or melee, then I keep it. If it's a female, breed it with the clean male. And that's what I said, the ones without the mutations. Breed it with the clean male until you get a male with those stats and the mutation. Okay, so if it's a female, you've got to get it to a male. If it's a male, as soon as it grows up, it goes straight in and replaces the existing male and becomes your male breeder. Now, the reason why you have to have clean stats, on no mutations on your big breeding line. All the females, and I use the females because I can have 20, 30, 40, 50 of them, have to be clean for one specific reason. The second you get more than 20 mutations on each parent side, you cannot get more mutations. It also keeps the numbers really clean. So when I go looking at a dino that I've gotten off somebody else, I have a look at the mutations and it's got 4,432 mutations. Well, that's a false read. What we're really looking at is, 5 mutations, and they've crossbred it with other things with 5 mutations, and the second those numbers get over 20 on each side, it's over. You can't get any more mutations. So simplify things up for yourselves and get to work, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I managed to help a little bit. Stay tuned for the next one. The next one will be on custom recipes. Have a great day.